Fallout continues following a letter sent out by West Texas A&M University President Dr. Walter Windler canceling an on-campus drag show to raise money for the Trevor Project.
Thanks for joining us tonight. In the letter, Dr. Windler stated he believes drag shows do not preserve a single thread of human dignity and that it discriminates against womanhood. Now, alumni are speaking out against the letter and taking action. KAMR Local 4's Maya Clark has details. That story topping our news tonight at 10.
Reverend Nathan A. Russell and Cassidy Smith Tolliver are two WT alumni stopping financial donations to the university.
I want to be sure that the legacy I leave through my estate goes to institutions that espouse values of justice, equity, and inclusion. That was the university I experienced in my years at WT, but it appears that Dr. Windler is taking the institution in a different direction.
In Dr. Walter Windler's letter, he tells people to skip the show and send the dough, and that's what Smith Tolliver plans to do.
Felt that the best way for me to spend my dough would be to pull it from the university and send some of it to the Trevor Project and possibly provide some of it to Buff Allies and Spectrum.
Russell is the senior pastor at Washington Avenue Christian Church Disciples of Christ in Elyria, Ohio, and says there is more than one way to be a Christian.
Who I do understand Jesus and God to be is someone who celebrates diversity, someone who is not at all opposed to drag, but rather, I think, a participant in it, especially when we look at like the story of Moses and the burning bush. What is that but God in drag atop Mount Sinai?
Smith Tolliver says she comes from a long line of buffs, and WT helped her to understand different viewpoints as a Christian woman, and it's not her job to judge others, but to accept all.
He is where I learned to become, the person I am today. It is where I learned that, having compassion and compromise is important because not everyone is exactly like you.
Neither alum is calling for the resignation of Windler, but instead positive change on campus.
And when there is a solution, I will more than happily come back to donate to WT.
Shining an inconvenient light on a truth that the executive administration would rather keep hidden. So this is a way for us to let our voice be heard.
MyHighPlains.com reached out to WTAMU to see if planned or given monetary gifts to the University, Alumni Association, and Capital Campaign have been impacted after Windler's letter was published, and the university responded saying, quote, "Due to pending litigation, we cannot comment." Live in the studio, Maya Clark, KAMR Local 4 News. Jackie.
Maya, thank you. We did receive a statement from the Trevor Project saying, in part, as drag has gained heightened visibility in mainstream culture and media in recent years, it's disheartening to see it receive unnecessary backlash as political leaders mischaracterize it, misinterpret it, and in some cases attempt to legislate it out of existence. These actions not only stigmatize drag culture, but anyone in the queer, transgender, and non-binary community who simply wants to live authentically as they are.